Hey guys, Sethly here, back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be going over the new update we got on Caustic's lore. So Apex Legends actually tweeted out an update they did to Caustic's lore and the storyline of who he actually is outside of the Apex games. They said Alexander Knox has passed from this world. The circumstances were disturbing. And if you guys don't know, we actually got some lore previously when the game came out on Caustic, and it told us a little bit about who he was and what he did before he joined the Apex games. They said before there was a Caustic, a scientist named Alexander Knox worked at Humbert Labs, the Frontier's leading manufacturer of pesticide gases. So he was actually like a scientist working on pesticide gases, and then he actually went missing and was presumed dead. And today we actually got an update on how they think he died and his death report and all that type of stuff. So let's get right into it. I'll make sure to link it down below if you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourselves. It's basically all a picture, so I'll show it all on screen right now, and it's kind of hard to read since it's basically two tablets sitting side by side, kind of tilted, but if you go on mobile you can actually see it a lot better. But let's get into what the lore actually says. So it starts off by giving us his birth record. It says his legal name is Alexander Maxwell Knox, his gender is male, and then it says a global ID for him. His date of birth is 25/2/2685. His birthplace is Hollygrove's Children's Hospital, Hollygrove, Gaia, which I assume is the planet it is on. His father's name is Arthur and his mother's name is Katerina. And then we get his death record, so presumably they all think he actually died, but obviously he is in the Apex games under the name Caustic. They say he died at the age of 38 as a research assistant in Humbert Labs in Zaldana City on Gaia. He was actually not married and he was identified by his mother. His place of death was the Humbert Labs Zaldana City on Gaia, and his cause of death was presumably intra-alveolar hemorrhaging leading to a pulmonary edema. And then it shows the senior forensics record. It says DNA recovered from the phalanges found at the scene matched Knox's DNA, while Internal Affairs has been highly vigilant when it comes to this case, and I applaud them for their supervision of Officer Maldera's investigation into Knox's highly illegal activities right under the task force's nose. I can assure all involved that in my expert opinion, the John Doe found at the scene is indeed Alexander Knox, suspect in the murder of Dr. Franklin Humbert. He said he is recommending this case to be closed per Order 53B, and this is written by Dr. Francisco Trejo, the Senior Forensics Director at the Gaia Global Task Force. And then we actually get the examiner's record, and this one is a bit longer. It says, while the descendant's body was burned beyond recognition, simulations performed by the S563 proved death occurred when a toxic inhalant led to pulmonary edema and intra-alveolar hemorrhaging. The inhalant could not be identified, although it has a similar chemical composition to the toxic gas emitted by a form of spider, a large forest-dwelling spider found in the Amelia mountain range on Gaia. Then it goes on to say, because of the unknown nature of the inhalant and the decomposition of the body in the fire, we could not pinpoint time of death. Some of the cell decomposition suggests that the descendant has been dead for weeks, but that directly contradicts findings from the other bodies collected at Humbert Labs, who had clear TODs based off various ME findings. It also says Officer Victor Maldera requested confirmation that the descendant's body was indeed Dr. Alexander Knox, currently wanted for the murder of Dr. Franklin Humbert. While the damage that occurred in the post-mortem explosion rendered the body almost unrecognizable, the two fingers found 7 inches from the left hand of John Doe's corpse, severed by the impact of the blast, DNA tests confirmed they belong to Dr. Alexander Knox. And then the final thing it says is what Dr. Tamara Griffin, the chief medical examiner, actually recommends. She said, my recommendation is to declare Knox is dead. At the request of Gaia Global Task Force, a second consult was requested from their senior forensics director, and then a signature. So that's pretty much everything we actually got on this Caustic lore update. Now personally, I just think it clearly shows that he murdered someone and had to fake his death, and then he fled to the arena, the Apex games, so he could test out his gas and his creations as a scientist. But that's just what I think. Make sure to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, as well as make sure to let me know if you guys like playing Caustic. Personally, ever since the buff of 15% fortified passive, I've really been enjoying playing him, but I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell for daily Apex videos. It's been your boy Sethly, and I'm out.